Hello, everybody. It's Thursday, June 22nd. Today's topic, I'm going to talk about decisions that'll make you or break you. Clearly, we've all made good decisions in life and bad decisions, and some people make bad decisions a little bit more often than others. But what do you learn? It took me so long to learn about how much alcohol was affecting my life. But I am so thankful that I finally got it. But it's come clear to me that what I need to do and the decision I made to remain sober. And like I was telling my daughter today, I'm more happy today than I've ever been, because I can give back to her and I can give her advice sober and spend time and reflect. Because I told her not, because what I'm speaking here, guys, is the advice that I got from my parents too. It's not just what I'm saying, it's what through them, because they're not here anymore, is what I can give back now. And with those decisions, though, we have to understand, though, they're going to be good ones and bad ones. And how are we, if we do make a bad one, how do we know that it's like, how do we get out of that? How do we fix that? How do we come out of that situation? To me, it was like relationships and alcohol. It just seemed to mix. And that how I got over it was drinking and and I basically had a pity party for the longest time. And I remember my friend Brian, he said, "Oh, do your sledgehammer," because I fell for girls. And I didn't have much experience when I was 17, 18. I hardly dated girls in East Lansing. I was basically unapproachable because they knew I wasn't going to approach them, because I was too much focused on sports, and there was no way I was going to approach the girls to ask them out. But and I was very shy. Can you believe that? Really? Me shy? And I always thought that I had a drink in order to talk to girls, even like 19, 20, 24. Are you serious? I was telling it to my sister. George, you have a gift of you can't stop talking. But I used that. I felt like that guy on Big Bang Theory, Rajesh, whatever his name is. He had to have alcohol in order to talk to a girl. But that's not the case. And it does hurt just a little bit, just because of what I've could have accomplished. But like I've said in my previous videos, I had to go through that in order to be where I'm at now. And I'm always going to say this: you got to go through the valleys in order to get to the mountain. There's no doubt about it, because our life is going to throw you curveballs. It's going to throw you a lot of things you cannot control. But I've told my daughters, especially my oldest daughter, that you can make a decision on how you react to that and how you react to people. Is it going to rock your boat? Are you going to let people run space in your head? That's your decision, whether or not you're going to let them. How you react to it. Because a lot of people are going to say bad things to you in life, but it's how you react to it. That's the most important thing that I've learned. And it took me a while to learn that part of it, because I don't like people, and I don't think I demand respect, but I'll always give respect. Sometimes you're not going to get it back, and that's just the way it is. And the decisions that we make every day is going to define how our day goes. And I see a lot of people who are stuck, and that they're not living life. They're not sharing it with anybody. Just they're close-knit friends, because either they've been hurt through relationships, they've been hurt through their parents or what have you, and they've hold up this big old wall, and they won't let nobody in. That's sad, because I think people who have that are so, I'm not going to use the word selfish, but that's their coping skills. They don't know how to cope with how do I get over this person, or how do I. And I was telling a friend, you're gonna laugh about this because you're so consumed and you're letting people get into your head. And she has so much to offer, but she's stuck. I want to fly. Don't you want to fly? Don't you want to just live like a kid and just don't have those worries about anything financial or relationships? And it's okay being single. Sometimes when you do obviously get out of a bad relationship and make that decision to stay in one, and thank God that you got out of it, because that was a clear decision that you made as soon as you seen the red flags and what have you. But it was a decision for you to stay single, for a decision for you to get you straight. It takes time for you to get you straight, because you don't want to jump into another relationship. Like I told my daughter, you have to you're just going to carry it on from one relationship to the next, and you got to find yourself. You have to get a better job. Nobody's going to knock on your door and give you opportunities. You got to go out there and get it. I've told her that, oh my gosh, hundreds of times. And it's up to her. And sometimes I'm tired, exhausted about saying things, but I always have to say something to her because she's my daughter. And I think it's just very important that you guys remember decisions and preparation and your coping skills. Those are pretty essential, because when you make the decision to stay sober, you change the people, you change the places, and you change the things. And that's what helped me out a lot, was going to Rise, completing that 6-month program, and not hanging out with the people that I consumed alcohol with, which led me to now 14 months of sobriety, because I value who my friends are. Like I said, it's a close-knit group, but it's expanding, and it will expand, because I have a lot to share. I have a lot to offer. And like I said, when I do meet that somebody, it's going to be great. I just haven't met her yet, but that's okay. I'm happy who I am now. I made a decision to stay sober. I made a decision to share my life, to share my experiences, because I know it's going to help somebody else. I've had people reach out to me now since I've posted this on Facebook, and I will always be there for anybody. I don't care if it's a close friend, cousin, relatives, my cousin's cousins, friends, sisters, daughters. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have the 10 years of sobriety. I don't have I didn't read the big book in AA, and I told my cousin Ray I'll get to it, but I know how to get there. And you got to value it. You got to want it. You got to desire it. You got to know that there's a better way to live, and stop living out of the flesh. Stop thinking it's only about you, because you're only hurting you. That's what I didn't understand, because you're just so wrapped up in what makes me feel good, and that you're defeating everything. It's self-destruction. And that's what I didn't get, but now I get it. So now it's about growing. It's about reading. It's about spreading my sobriety, my gifts that I have instilled in me, that I can help other people. And I'm just blessed and honored to be able to do that. And I just want you guys to reach out to me if you guys know anybody that would like to talk. And I got time. Like I say, it takes 2-3 seconds to dial a phone number. That's one thing I've always told people is time. Who do you spend your time with? Tell me 10 people that you hang around with, and I'll tell you what. Those are the 10 people. Do they drink? Do they smoke weed? Do they do drugs? Do they make the same amount of money? Because I tell you what, those 10 people that you're closest to are pretty close to you and who you are and what you value. Because you're the ones who are hanging around with these 10 people. You are who your friends are. You are who the people that you hang around with. Remember that. But I just had to share that with you. There's so much more on that topic. I'm sure I'll be talking more about that. But remember to make the right decisions. You know what's up. You guys are, and some of you still want to relate and not relate, but be around toxic people and just saying you're in a world for hurt. You're in a world of hurt when you start doing that, because they're gonna bring you down. And you just have to focus on you. Focus on this. That's what I always say. Focus on this. Don't let nobody run space in your head. Make that decision that nobody will rock your boat. This is important. And like I've always said, man, everybody's special. Everybody has a talent. Everybody has something that God wants them to be, and it's not using drugs. It's not using alcohol. We're meant to do that. We're meant to be clear-headed. We're meant to do something and change the world and give something back to somebody. Anyway, God bless you, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care.